And because you get used to like the rocking of the bed when like it's windy.
Excuse me? Who gets used to that?
Hi guys, welcome to another Liberation video where we explore the lives of people living alternatively. Today we're speaking to Samantha and Jon.
They're living full time in the van with the 2 kids, so we hope you enjoy it. Back to it. So I'm Jon and this is
Samantha.
And we have our little 2 girls, Frances, there's Halle, and Franny. Give them a wave.
Give away.
No.
So we live in this van all together as a family.
We moved into it, what was it, 2020, was it?
20, yeah. The 1st of January in the snow.
Yeah, so
like
it was really,
snow,
really snowy, yeah. We went out in it and we must have done 2 or 3 months, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we tried not coming back to the house that we were in, and we were just like, we can do this.
We just thought we'll try it, and then if we didn't like it, we'll just get another rented house because we were only renting anyway.
So we
and then we just
messaged the landlord. We had a bottle of wine, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I'm gonna message you.
Messaged the landlord. Hi, no, we're not coming back.
Yeah. So then we
sold all our stuff, and then.
Now it's been 2.5 years. For work, we do different bits. So we do like branding and website designs, and we also do a lot of commercial work, photo and video for businesses. Jon is also a wedding videographer and photographer.
I have some software, online software as well, which is used for photographers and videographers to send their work to clients.
I've always like wanted to travel more, and about 5 years ago we had the idea, we sold everything we had, and we were gonna travel and stay in like Airbnbs like a month at a time in each place, and we did it, and we sold all our stuff and we went and we did it, but then because of our circumstances with like kids and stuff, we had to come back. So we came back, but like at that moment I was like, that's what I want to do. Like I don't want to have stuff. I just want to be like moving around with like whatever we've got on us. And that was like the start of it. So then we started working towards being able to do that. But we never really thought a van, did we? We kind of were working towards having an income that meant we didn't have to be stuck somewhere. Jon was just doing weddings, I didn't work then.
We actually started cooking outside and stuff. Started like getting rid of stuff.
Yeah, we tried to like live like we'd live in a van.
We started
even
cooking
being in a
outside
house.
on like open fires and that, and then we were just
and
like
foraging.
Yeah, foraging.
We don't forage now.
adding the wild garlic into the old curry and that. And then we just ended up minimalising a bit, didn't we? A bit more, because we'd accumulated stuff again, and we started minimalising again, and then we decided it was a good time to buy the van.
Living in the van as a family is, I guess it's probably harder than like if you didn't have a family in a van. But it's great because we love like being really close to the kids and stuff, so we like that aspect. But I guess it's hard because kids are kind of a bit nutty, aren't they? And they like running around. So Franny, the youngest, she was only 1. So she only remembers ever being in the van. She doesn't remember living in a house. And Halle,
she's really well behaved. She's a little angel, so it makes it easy on us.
Just make it work. I think like being a family anyway isn't easy no matter where you are. We've raised kids in a house and in a van, and I have found it easier raising them in the van than in a house.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in a house and you've got children, you know, your kitchen's over there, the bedroom's over there. Mum and dad have generally got full-time work because you got to work hard to like live in a house, haven't you? Because you've got your bills and you've got your rent and you've got all the rest of it now. Generally your kids are at school and stuff like that, but the point is like when you've got all that room and you're all preoccupied either tidying up or doing work or doing whatever, and the kids want food down here and the bedroom's a mess up there, and I just find all that is just like you're spending most of your time just fixing stuff all the time. Instead of just having a good time, you're just going around mopping up, do you know what I mean? So this is a Mercedes Sprinter, long wheelbase, high top in rust white. At the start when we first moved into the van, we kept everything dead stealthy and we wanted to kind of blend in, I suppose. So we didn't bother with the windows. We have about 3 different light sources inside to kind of make everything feel good even when you've got the artificial lighting on. So we had that idea, and then about halfway through our thing we got some tinted windows in the back, and we're thinking maybe just put like a window in the side as well. We just haven't got around to it yet. There's not a lot going on, mate, at the back here. It's really not, it's not done out. We have some like scooters and stuff for the kids, camping chairs and stuff like that. And our diesel tank for our Chinese diesel heater, we just fill up whenever we're filling up at the fuel station, we'll just pop a bit of diesel in there. We used to have a big water tank at the back, but we don't actually have any running water anymore because it kept leaking and we just couldn't be arsed with it. We never really used it. Couldn't be bothered with it, sorry. Never really used it, so we completely swapped it out. We just drink bottled water now, so it works. We just warm the water up in the kettle and just put it in the sink and wash our heads and whatever it is. So just freezes up a bit more. We've got a paddle board in there, and then the same side, batteries and stuff in that side. Not a lot, like I say, it's just got a few. We've got our fire pit, body board, and then just some batteries in the back for all of our electrics and stuff. Just boring stuff really, but it keeps the van, it's just for like the lights and stuff, so it works. It's all good. So that's the back, and then the side, there's my wife. So yeah, we didn't put any solar on, but we've always got away with it. We have a split charge relay that charges everything up when you're driving. And then anytime we really use a lot of power, we'll just go to like a campsite, plug in, charge all the batteries up on a battery charger, and then job done. We also have like...
Got some power packs that we use.
Yeah, we have about two or three little power packs that we just use for like our phones and stuff. And everything's like USB powered, so nothing really draws, you don't really draw any energy from anything. It's just your phones need charging, sometimes your laptop needs charging, but that's like the new MacBook, so that kind of lasts quite a while. And if that needs charging, you just go to a pub.
We just don't have very much electrical stuff.
But there's stuff like the libraries and stuff like that are really good for charging stuff up. You can just take everything in a bag and just plug it into the wall and charge bits up. And
I don't know if you meant.
What? You're not allowed to. That's probably not supposed to do that. Starbucks. I just plugged the van in.
Why not? Maybe use some white.
Just comes in with a big wire.
Like nothing to see here. So that's the outside. There's nothing really funky about it.
Okay, so we've got, this is just our kitchen, so it's quite small. Like we said before, we've cut it down so it's even thinner than a normal size kitchen. So we don't have as much storage. So these are not only 2 kitchen cupboards we've got, which we've got all our plates and stuff and just like bits of food in there. Yeah, we don't have any running water, so that is just for...
It was working.
It was working, but now it doesn't, so it's just to look that way. And then we've just got all our cups and stuff on there, and that's the only thing we've got for the kitchen. This little thing goes up to make it a little bit longer. We don't have a hob, so we just use like a little camping like stove thing with a little...
Yeah, like a camping gas stove, yeah.
So we do a lot of cooking. We don't really, well, we eat out sometimes, don't we? But we do a lot of cooking. Just like kind of one pan stuff.
One pan
really.
wonders.
So in here we've got a toilet, just a little pull out little toilet in there. And then under here we've got, yeah, so we don't have much storage, but we've got storage under here, which is like the kids' toys and stuff, and John's PlayStation that he tries to get away with, and just a few bits in there. And then we've got some little cupboard under here that's got like the kids' toys and stuff in it. And that's kind of the only real cupboard storage we have in here. So we don't have very much stuff at all. This is a full double with the bottom chopped off, so it's not the length of a double, it's just, but it is the width of a double. This is where the kids sleep, up on here. And then we've just got like this little cupboard that's just got like our toiletry stuff in and like kids stuff for the kids and stuff. And then this, so this pulls out to make the second bed. So we can get that out for you if you want.
It's a 2-man job.
It's a 2-man job and you won't be able to be in, yeah. So we've just got these 2 crew seats that we faced in this way so it'd be more seating when we're around, which has actually come in really handy, hasn't it? And then just behind here is where we dump all our shoes and bags and stuff.
Yeah, it's just like a little...
But yeah, that's it in here. But we'll pull the bed out. I'll show you.
Yes.
So this is the process. So we have to take this cushion off first.
All right, and we'll flip this cushion up. Watch out, girls. We're gonna make the epic bed here.
Right.
So then you pull the toilet out.
We take the toilet.
We take the toilet out where it
goes there
there
where your feet.
All right, and then you get this thing. It's a bit rickety.
And this pulls
Pull her out like this, and you take her all the way out here. All right, like that. So it goes there.
So let me just show it there. This has got our clothes in it. So we've got this sectioned out. Each person has a box.
And I just pull mine out. There's no iron. You just get in.
So this is how much clothes we have. This is all of John's clothes.
That's not bad, is it? I wear this every single day.
This is all of Halle's, Franny, and mine's at the back.
So that's our clothes.
So
and
the
then
bed,
what you do, come round here like this.
You have to get put that
you
on
push
there.
that in.
Push it.
This is how we do it. You grab a couple of cushions, like that.
This goes
Throw that on there.
I'm told it's like a jigsaw, and that goes there.
That goes there.
And now we've
Push
got a
it
long
forward,
wedge.
bang a big sheet over the top, and
And it's like the full length.
ready for bed. That's how it works. But obviously you put a sheet
put a
on and you
sheet,
get your
yeah.
duvet on and you sort it out, yeah.
So the kids
So
sleep
this is where
up
we get our length, you
how
know,
we
for
get-
our leg room, because otherwise if you're up there you have to curl over all the time.
So get that on.
Yes, Franny,
This is how 4
we're in.
Me in a hotel.
There you go.
Hotel.
Come on, Fran.
And then what we do is, to get privacy from the kids though, we have,
Mum, can you open your bed?
we just have this that we hang up in the middle. Do you want to do it?
Oh yeah.
If you step here, then the bed just falls down.
That goes up there, so the kids will be asleep at the top.
And then
so we can like chill down here and stuff.
they get their space, we get our space, that's all
Well,
the space
yeah.
you're getting.
But obviously they've got used to just
cows.
having us talking, like
Keep
they'll be
cows.
asleep. They don't wake up, do they? Or we just like talking.
Yeah, no, they're pretty good at sleeping. So that's that.
So that's
What
it.
do you reckon to that then? Not as bad as you thought, is it?
That's for sure.
It is comfy.
So in the morning it's a bit
Oh, sleep over.
chaotic, isn't it? Because the bed's out like this and there's only this much walkway.
Sleep
not that
over.
bad.
So you have to just get up and get the bed away and then.
So in terms of like the financial thing, the work that we do now, we just work when we need the money, and like we don't have mega savings or anything. What we do is we pick up work when we need money, which kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Because you need the money. Our overheads on this place obviously quite low. Thank you, baby. But then when you need the money, you go and get the money so you can get your whatever you need, and that's it. Works in its place, and you come back and you just live your life.
I think
You
with
know.
being in the van, we can now work because we enjoy it and not because we have loads of bills to pay. So it's just like we can pick and choose, drop in work doesn't really like interest us anymore, and just do stuff that we actually want to. So we might get like inquiries about jobs if you don't really fancy it. It's like we don't really need to do it. But yeah, it's been massive.
I would definitely say that if you're in a position where you're working just enough to pay the bills every month and you have no choice other than to work, you're just trapped, aren't you? You can't deny it. It's just what it is, and it's not your fault.
Yeah, I think you have like one or two options,
So-
don't you? You're like either work more to make more money so then you can buy more luxuries, which usually comes with a lot more stress, or you just totally like pull down how much money you're spending, which is the option we went. So it's like
Yeah.
you just then bring all your overheads like down to bare minimum, and then you don't have to do the job you hate doing.
When we first moved into the van, because I kind of liberated from having to worry about paying my bills and paying the rent and stuff, I found that stress that was whirring away in my mind constantly was then, it kind of fizzled out, and I could start picking up the guitar and like learning songs. I had space in my mind to just do the things I was enjoying doing. I couldn't believe it. I felt like a new man, felt brand new. And then
It's like a massive burden, isn't it? Like knowing how all them overheads, like, which you're talking over £1,000 now for like
No
just a rented house
problem.
and your bills and stuff.
it makes a huge difference to your life, like your quality of life and your mindset. I think it's a really good lifestyle. You have to have things lined up though, for sure. It's just not for everybody, is it? But for us, we just really invested in our children, so we always want time with them, don't we? Like we're always trying our best to have as much time with them as possible. Which
Yeah,
is,
like living in the van has definitely fit the way we parented anyway. So I think it depends on how you kind of parent and how like you see parenting. We did a lot of like, even when we lived in a house, they were kind of always with us, they slept with us, like,
Yeah.
so now, because I know that's a big thing that people say, because we sleep so close, but like we've always slept with them. So I think it does depend. I don't think it would be a good choice for like every family.
yeah, I guess it's your values and what your outlook is on parenting, and like what you class as a good thing and what you class as a bad thing. It's like the educational thing, you know, we homeschool now, but you know, people would have something to say about that and they might not agree with it because it
Doesn't fit their
doesn't
values,
fit their
doesn't
idea
it?
of what's good and what's bad and stuff. So it's each to their own, isn't it? But
Yeah.
for us, it just works really well.
For us, like time's the most important thing. We don't feel like we need loads of money, so we'd work all the time. We'd rather have like the time with the kids and like time together, wouldn't
Just get
we?
the money when you need it. And
So this way
the
it
kids-
definitely helps with that, because we don't have to work as much. So we've not really been in the mindset of like, we've not really been consumers before, where the kids have had like
lots
loads
of
of toys and loads of stuff. We was always very minimal in that way anyway in houses. So being here, they're not bothered about not having loads of stuff all the time. Yeah, so we chose to homeschool the kids. We always wanted to. Halle did go to school for a bit while we've like been trying to sort out our like work situation so we could leave a lot more. But we just love the idea of like allowing them to have a lot more like child play and stuff. And there's like, we just think a lot of they don't teach every single subject at school. Obviously they only teach what's in the curriculum, and there's a lot of stuff that we value and want them to learn that they wouldn't have time to because they're at school all week and stuff.
And what's nice is that because we free up our time and we have a little bit more freedom to put our money somewhere else other than like rent and bills, we can have one-to-one intuition for her to go and do these things. If she wants to do gymnasts, she can go to a gymnast to learn those things properly and get proper training. So it's not like she's missing out on any education, it's just that we'll focus our time and energy on the things that she really loves to do.
Yeah. Like when you live in a van life, like we were saying, you can do whatever work you fancy doing instead of having to do, and we want it to kind of be the same with the kids. We can help teach them things they really want to learn about instead of just having to be forced taught things that they're not really interested in. We've always found the ratio as well between like school and home life is just like off, like 5 days at school to 2 days at home.
So the time's a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah. The reaction of friends and family, I guess, when we said we were going to move into it, probably they weren't really that surprised because we've always been a bit mad, haven't we? Like,
they always.
Yeah, we're like the mad ones.
Yeah, they weren't surprised at that point, were they?
No.
But yeah, like whenever I speak to somebody, say like I'm at a wedding or something, as a photographer, you chat, having a meal and you're having a chat, and I mention it to him, it's like, what? And you've got children as well? And you're like, yeah, I've got kids.
I think most people find it quite fascinating, don't they?
Yeah, they're all quite surprised and quite fascinated.
I think our family and that took it a while as well to realise like we weren't going back. It was always a case of like, so when are you going to get a house? We're like, no.
Yeah, we kind of had to edge them into the idea.
I think the most asked question we get is, where do you shower? You just figure it out. I just think any of your circumstances you just figure out, don't you? You just make it work. It's not an issue when like
if you smell, it's an issue, but you don't smell because you make sure you don't smell. It's like if you've got water in a sink and some soap, you can just have a wash like that as well. Like if you just need to, if you've got some baby wipes on hand and you know you smell a little bit, it's like just wash behind your ears or something. It's not that big a deal.
Because we stayed in the same spot for the first couple of years, we were at the gyms there, so we were members at gyms, so we do that. When we move around, now we're moving around a lot more, we'll do things like take these swimming and then get showers. Campsites, or families' houses. Like there's
places on the canal that are used for boats and you can get a key to get in the showers and stuff.
But like we get in the sea a lot as well, like, and lakes.
Some people are like, I couldn't live without my shower. It's like, then that's not for you then, is it? You just stay in your house and that's good. There's a massive thing that you have to get
over what people think, because like it's
I was just about to say that. That's like the fuck out of my...
I'll let you go again.
There's like a huge thing as well where like you have to get through and beyond what people think about you, because if you always worry about, well, if you're anything like me, you worry about what people think, right? Most people worry about like people's opinions and stuff, and obviously it could be your mum's opinion or it could be your friends or whatever, and like if you can get over that, then you go in places, but a lot of the time it puts people off. And it is a bit of a rogue lifestyle, so like you've kind of got to, like you always say that I'm a bit... Yeah, I go to these high-end...
Because he just doesn't care like what people, because I'm a bit like, get worried like, oh, we're all right parking there. It's like, it's fine, like...
Yeah, you got to be prepared to bend the rules a little bit. My favourite thing is I like waking up with my family, making a coffee and starting your day as like a complete blank slate. I know you can do that in a house, so I don't really, but you're all together and it's just like you're kind of on the road, you know, I like that. And probably my least favourite thing is the noise levels can get quite high when they're shouting or playing or arguing, because kids argue all the time.
I think my favourite thing is waking up in different spots all the time and like not really belonging anywhere. Like I like that. I think my worst thing about living in a van is probably like when we're somewhere new, having to find somewhere to park when you don't really know the area, and like if it was just me and John it'd be all right, but when you've got the kids and they're like getting like ratty and you're like, oh, where am I gonna go? It gets quite chaotic and stressful, isn't it? Go on,
what about you, Hal?
What's your favourite part of living in the van?
I like to travel.
You like to travel?
travel.
Okay, yeah.
I like to travel and see some new places.
Yeah. What's your worst thing?
Probably same as Daddy's.
Noisy.
Oh, it gets noisy.
Same as Daddy's, that'll do.
So yeah, thanks for watching and having a look at our lives and how we live. And if you want to carry on following us, you can follow us on Instagram. The links will be below. So we've got a website where all our work is and stuff, all our
It's,
commercial work. It's somewheredesign.co.
Easyflix.com is my bit of software for wedding videographers and photographers to send their photos and videos to their clients. So you can check that out, easyflix.com. Thanks for watching. Thank you.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to another Liberation video there. Thanks to Samantha and Jon for showing us around.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, give us a subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.